Must have touched him.
Good.
Just over here, just rubbing his nipples.
So,
I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Don't worry about it. Bulkhead doesn't sponsor us because we're already buying them. So
All 14 people are gonna buy these bad boys. She popped the cherry on them. That's for sure. I'm already gonna with this mic. Gosh, because I have issues. Just sitting there, just rocking back and forth. I'm like, oh, don't say it.
And because of ice, he's losing a lot of his helps.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Dose Podcast, presented to you by R&R. As always, I'm Logan.
I'm Ethan, and today we have a special guest, Wayne, sitting over here.
I don't know about special, but my name's Wayne. I've known these guys for like 14 years. These are my shooting buddies, my best friends.
And saying Wayne, you know, him and I, we started shooting pretty early on, right after I got out of the Army. I would actually venture to say he was probably my first, post-Army friend, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
We hit it off right away. We actually taught CCW classes together for a couple years. So we spent a lot of time together shooting, kind of like what we talked about in the last podcast. Kids came along, COVID happened, shooting slowed down a little bit, but, you know.
Yeah, I almost forget about that sometimes, the CCW classes.
Yeah.
That seems like forever ago.
Yeah.
For sure, so.
We taught, a couple thousand people?
Yeah, I would say.
At least 1,000.
At least 1,000, I would say,
I have to
for
go
sure.
back and look through the records. But
Yeah,
You got a paper trail of that?
No.
yeah, no.
I actually wasn't even licensed.
Yeah.
People were just giving me money.
Just
I was
showing up, yeah.
Sure, yeah, I know how to shoot a firearm. You're good to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is a little bit different this week, or this month. It's been a month.
Yeah.
It's been a month
Crazy.
since our last podcast. We are going to plan on putting these out monthly. But obviously, having Wayne here, we want to try to have some guests every week. Or
Every month.
Every month.
Every month.
So once again, I'm going to reiterate it until we get it. Excuse the crude setup, especially now with three grown-ass men kind of nut the butt over here. And for what it's worth, I'm not the favorite.
Butt, just rubbing shoulders.
I'm not the favorite, even though it may look like it because I have my own mic.
Over here.
But yeah, so other than that, we're going to head and get this thing started. I'm going to mess with my mic 55 more times. I have OCD problems. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and.
That's not your only problems.
No, not even close. First of all, should we thank Bulkhead to sponsor this?
Yeah, Bulkhead. You want to sponsor us?
But no. So all right, let's go ahead and get into this thing. So.
Yeah, so right now, one of the hot topics going on is still the Glock Gen 6. A few of them are trickling out, even though they're not technically out yet as of recording of this video. So by the time this video drops, you're probably going to see YouTube flooded with hundreds of videos of them. So we kind of wanted to bring this up because Wayne, just like us, is a Glock fanboy. Pretty much that's all we shoot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for it. More than likely, probably pick one up myself. It looks very interesting. I haven't got my hands on one yet, but it's a Glock. I love Glock, just like these guys. I'm excited to get one in my hands and probably purchase one.
Yeah, I say because I shoot pretty much a Gen 4 Glock 19. Logan shoots a Gen 3. Wayne's been shooting a Gen 5. So we kind of have the 3, 4, 5 in order
Yes.
situation going on.
I bought one already.
A Gen 5?
No, a Gen 6.
A Gen 6? Did you?
Yeah.
No way.
It was supposed to be here, and it's not. So I really had this whole thing.
You should have told me to buy that HTX1 the other day then.
Do you know how hard it was to not tell you?
Literally, Primary Arms, we haven't been able to find one of these HTX1s on sale for the last year. They have a couple of blems on their website right now, and they're not there right now. Well, they were there yesterday.
But I know that you want one. But I just wanted to make sure that we had one because I knew they were going to be super hard to find in the store.
Oh.
So I bought one Sunday.
Is that going to Mansfield Sporting Arms as well?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
So that was really hard not to tell you, neither one of
Son of
you,
a gun.
for the last 4 days. Like, especially when you were like, oh man, we still gotta, we gotta get the ginseng. I'm like, just sitting there, just rocking back and forth. I'm like, oh, don't say it. But it should have been here, if not really close, but it should have been. But so, long story short, yes, we do have one for sure on the way.
Well, and this will probably be just like last time we got out and did a bunch of filming, and we were like, "Yeah, I can't wait for that charger to get in." Little we know, his phone was on silent, and the gun shop called and said, "Hey, it's here."
Yeah.
As we were out shooting.
Yeah, did not. Yep, and then literally didn't.
So hopefully, while we're recording this, he's getting a phone call right now. Well,
yeah,
we're recording this on his phone, so hopefully not while we're recording,
but yeah, we did inquire one. So hopefully it'll be here.
you son.
Hopefully it'll be here the next
Yeah, you
couple of
son
days.
of a gun.
I thought
But
I was doing big things, buying all these energy drinks and stuff.
you have bought probably the last 4 cases of energy drinks. So yes, we will have one for sure. Shout out to the wife for literally telling me to quit being a you know what and just buy it.
Thanks, Katie.
Yeah, thank you.
So what'd you get? Did you get a 19 or a 47?
I got a 19 Gen 6.
Okay, so I'll probably try to get a 47 Gen 6 just to switch it up a little bit.
I got a 19 Gen 6 and I got it from Not Just Guns.
What else do they sell?
Everything. Not just guns. So it was 620.
So that's not bad because I was finding Blue Label on like Primary Arms and stuff for like
And if I'm not allowed to say it, it's
560.
it's 6:20 in the morning right now.
yeah.
So yeah. So surprise, guys. I really,
Dude,
I really wish it was here, but
That's awesome.
So yeah, we got one. We got one for sure. And so when you were talking about the HTX one, and I was trying to make you buy it. I don't know if you noticed it or not. I was like, so are you gonna get it? You're like, oh, $150 bucks.
You know, my daughter, she's in travel league soccer, so it was like I've got to pay for that whole league this week, and I was like, man.
Yeah, but what's more important?
Well,
It's like, all right.
to me, it's one thing, but the wife would have been pissed.
But yeah, so as of that, we can
Oh, yeah.
we can go ahead and go on to the topics now.
Well, I mean, as we're on the Glock train,
it's not here, unfortunately.
we were just talking about the HGX one. This will kind of flow into the next thing we're going to talk about, enclosed emitters. One of the main things we wanted to talk about today was we've got Wayne on, and he is, out of all of us that shoot, I mean, and there's a good group of about 5 or 6 of us, he is the enclosed emitter expert, if you will. And him being an expert means he's had it for 3 years. He's had an Acro P2
Yeah.
since pretty much the drop.
Yeah, I would say the drop, because
I think you did. I think you did get it on the drop.
I did. I do believe so, yes.
It took a while to get
I
here.
tell you what, I've thoroughly enjoyed that optic. That was my first aim point ever. Not disappointed at all. Love the battery life. Wish the window, honestly, was just slightly bigger. But, I mean, for a duty optic, I mean, it's hard to beat. I mean, it's pricey.
Yeah.
As aim point,
They've come down a little bit since Wayne bought his.
Yeah, I mean, whatever they were asking, that's what I paid for it. So
I think you paid what, $7.99 or $6.99?
yeah, I think after it was all said and done, it was over $600.
Is your
I
wife
thought it was
watching?
close.
What's that?
Is your wife going to
Cherry's
watch?
not watching.
Okay, then you can give the real price.
Yeah, no, I mean it was over $6.
No, it was like $150, 200.
Yeah, got it on sale.
Yeah, for sure. Paid like $30 for it.
Yeah.
It's like a Kickstarter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is one topic that we do want to touch on for a bit today is enclosed versus open emitters.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's going to be like a future kind of project for us. That's, if you guys have kind of noticed, we've been kind of steering all of our stuff towards enclosed emitters, whether it be duty style like the Steiner or his Acro, or if it's more concealed carry recreational kind of, I would say minded, with it being the Burst Fast Fire or the Holosun EPS.
The cost efficient. The cost efficient.
I'm just
burst.
saying, like, these are pro grade. These are
Yeah.
like go to war,
Yep.
carrying a duty holster, good to go. And then there's going to be a difference between like a duty setup and a concealed carry or recreational setup, because you're not going to be beating up your concealed carry gun like you will a duty gun.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And when you mean recreational, you're talking about plinking at the range,
Yeah, like,
just your average
throwing
game.
something on 22, you know,
Yeah.
whatever it may be.
And there's a bunch out there, right? I mean, and there's even more out there than what we have or what
Yeah.
we can, justify on getting. But, we were looking at what's TreasureCons again?
RCR.
The RCR. We were looking at that last night. Just looking. The HTX1. I showed you the O-Sight XR, their new closed emitter. So, I mean, there's a few that are still out there that we obviously don't have because
Money.
Yeah.
money. Like
Money.
everything comes.
I'm a brokey.
Everything comes out of pocket. So
Yeah.
So as you guys heard on the first podcast, Logan and I work at the same place. Well, we're not going to say where that is, but Wayne's worked there longer than both of us. So we all three work at the same location. That's the common denominator here.
same place, same shift, same everything.
Same everything.
Same everything.
Same
Yes.
apartment.
That's why we can
Yes.
make these happen pretty easily
Yes.
for the most part.
Yeah, and if we look kind of dead, we all just got off of midnights, so we're running on no sleep.
That's why there's 600 milligrams of caffeine right here. So
Enough caffeine to kill a cow
we run off caffeine and nicotine.
Yes.
and depression.
Yes, caffeine and depression.
Yeah, got it all covered.
But yeah, so do you want to jump into just kind of pros and
Yeah,
cons of
just
open and closed? Or?
So, I mean, right now we're just trying to figure out because the hotness is enclosed emitter.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody seems to be going that way. But when you do a little bit more deep diving into the internet, you kind of see some different stuff with like the acro failing or the MPS failing, because those are kind of the two kings on the mountain. I mean, there's other ones that are coming up, like the RCR is supposed to be phenomenal. The HTX one we think is going to be good, but nobody seems to have one.
It's like the great white buffalo.
Yeah, or Moby Dick. But yeah, so like we're trying to figure out is it worth it? Is the cost worth it? If you already have a gun with an RMR on it, is it worth taking that RMR off and spending another $500 to $800 on a red dot and putting a new one on there? Because the argument is enclosed emitter, you don't have debris and everything getting over the top of the emitter, blocking the dot from projecting onto the window, which is cool and all. But if you get an enclosed emitter and there's a failure in the glass, a failure in the body, anything like that, you're going to get water, humidity, condensation inside the optic, and it's going to make it pretty hard to see through. So, kind of the trade-off is it easier just to take your RMR, blow out the emitter, if you get dirt in it, whatever, versus, having a enclosed emitter that you've got to do the same thing if there's dirt or anything on the back glass.
I will say too, I think personally with a enclosed versus an open, we've all ran RMRs
Yes.
for
Yes.
years, and we've beat the dog crap out of them.
Yes.
Obviously, we don't. You see these torture tests online and everything. We don't. We'll rack it off table, boot, belt, whatever. But we're not freaking having a
Using
nail
his
and
hammer.
sitting, and
Yeah.
hitting it and stuff. But same with these. Like these are still relatively new to us, and we run it. We run it hard. We don't baby our stuff by no means. But once again, at the same time, Trigicon is tried and true.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely vetted
It's got,
for
it's
sure.
got the track record.
Yeah, specifically talking about the RMR, because when you think of a red dot or open, you think of an RMR.
When you
right?
think of a pistol mounted red dot, it's still in my head, it's RMR.
Yeah, 100%.
But me and Logan are kind of late to the game as far as enclosed emitters. We weren't early adopters. Wayne, I would say, was an early adopter. So what was kind of going through your mind when you were kind of going that route?
Yeah, what was the reason why you were like, I want to try this?
For a few reasons, I think one, it was an aim point, and they obviously have a really good
track record
really
too.
good
Yeah.
track record as well. They speak for themselves, but the battery life was another one. Not that it's like a huge deal.
Well, but the P1 had like 10,000 hours or something?
Yeah, 10, 13,000,
And
something like
because
that.
you and I were talking about it, and you were like, I don't know. I was like, yeah, it's pretty short.
Yeah.
And then they came out with the P2 and it was 50,000.
Yeah, 50,000. So, that the battery life on that was really good. Just giving you the, that big block of aluminum and it just being enclosed. I was like, like you guys were saying, like more duty oriented and focused. I was like, it's worth a shot. I mean, I mean, it was a lot of money to say like, hey, it was just worth a shot. But I was like, well, you know.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you got a new Gen 5, though. It's not like
Yeah.
you took an RMR off of a gun
No.
just to put that
Yeah.
on there. You
Yep,
bought a
that's
new
true.
gun and you were looking for an optic.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason I did this. Like, I've been running the same 2 or 3 Glocks for the last, 10 years consistently.
And then when you
it
bought
was-
your Shadow.
Yeah, when I bought the Shadow system, that was
Yeah.
kind of my thought process. I'm going to have to buy a new optic anyways. Let's hop on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, the only reason I got the MPS over the Acro was price.
Yeah.
Signer does a crazy veteran discount. I couldn't justify spending double for the Acro. But yeah, I've shot Wayne's Acro. Like you said, the window's a little bit smaller, but it's fast. It's surprising how much faster it is than an open emitter.
Very clean, crisp dot.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's very, very clear glass as well too.
I guess if you find yourself in the situation where, say, like, your optic did get so damaged to where it's, like, unusable, that's a pretty bad day already.
Yeah.
You know, but
It's a bad day if because none of us are law enforcement.
no.
So if we're drawing our pistol out of from a duty setup,
Yeah.
stuff is really going bad because I'm always going to have a rifle on if I'm in that situation.
Yes.
So
Rifle
if
with a
I've
couple
expended,
mags.
if I've expended all my ammo or my gun has had a catastrophic failure and I've got to draw my sidearm, it's going to be a bad day.
Yeah.
It's not like the movies. You're not just drawing your handgun all the time.
No.
That thing sits in the holster unless you absolutely need it.
I mean, I would agree too. Like I said, you're drawing your sidearm at that point.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have a buddy or you're making your way back to the truck or something. Like it's
Yeah.
If not, you're finding a good place to bleed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bleed out spot, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 bleed out. But yeah, so I mean, that's just kind of like, I know we probably wouldn't be on this topic super duper long because I mean, or
We haven't really gotten too much into it. We do have a 1-year review of the MPS coming up here, in a couple months?
yeah, April-ish.
Yeah,
It'll
so
be a-
we'll have
it'll
to
be
look back and see exactly when we bought it. I'll look at the
round count and everything
Yeah.
else that we're going to put on it.
and when we do that, we'll probably get Wayne out with us and kind of do a little bit of a head-to-head, just because we've already kind of done it, where he shot the MPS, I shot the Acro, and we kind of, well, you haven't shot the MPS yet. You just looked through it.
I've just looked through it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll do a little bit of like a head-to-head almost, get a few different shooters out there to kind of, just see the two difference. And I'll tell you the one thing about these newer enclosed emitters like the MPS and the Acro is the clarity on the glass.
Yes.
Because you don't really notice it if that's all you've ever shot is RMRs.
Yeah.
But if you go from the MPS to back to an RMR, that blue tint, the smaller window, everything about it, you're like, oh man, this is
Yes.
kind of rough, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
kind of rudimentary.
Not even just like you said, the clarity of the glass, but the size in general.
Yes.
Like when you pull that up and you go to push out, it's it's right there.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can find your dot on an armor real quick too, but just having that extra, maybe
Couple millimeters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
couple millimeters.
you're finding it a lot quicker. Your transitions are, your faster follow up shots, whatever it may be. I mean, as of now, obviously, like I said, we're still newer in the game, but I see why these are the future. I see why these enclosed emitters are. You see a lot of law enforcement, switching to it and stuff like that. Because they are, at the end of the day, they are duty grade optics.
Well, and that's also
Yeah.
one of the big downfalls of the King open emitter, which is the RMR still. And we keep on going back to that because that's what everybody's used. Anybody that started shooting handguns with optics on them, say circa 2014 to 2018, that's what we're using. You're either using an RMR or some guys were using Delta points.
yeah,
Yeah.
which are still solid optics.
Yeah,
but,
they're still good.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But one of the big things about these new enclosed emitters, and I think it's all of them, unless there's some no-name brand that we know of, they all have external battery compartments. So, as far as a duty setup, that is a big deal, being able to swap out your battery without removing your optic off of the handgun. Because if you don't know, which you guys might not know, when you go to change a battery on an RMR, you have to remove the RMR off the gun, put a new battery in, then put it back on the gun. And whenever you do that, you've got to re-zero it. So in a duty situation, you got to think a lot of these different law enforcement agencies, they allocate 50 rounds a year to their dudes to train with. So it's like, if you're running a duty handgun, you want to change that, no matter what the battery life is. You're changing out on your birthday. That's a smart thing to do.
Yep.
with your ammo as well.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to.
You're like, birthday 4 years ago.
HSTs are expensive.
Yeah. You get the training purpose only ones.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Bulkhead Gun sponsor us because we're already buying them, so we could actually push them if you guys want to come at us.
All 14 people are going to buy these bad boys.
I am a veteran. Just that's my wife actually drank one first, and they say fuel for heroes. I had to remind her, you're just a stay-at-home mom. So that's a hero. That's a hero to me, if you guys are wondering.
You cut that out, or
Maybe. I mean, it's up to you.
I love you.
No, but seriously, like, she did break into the case energy drinks before anybody else did.
She popped the cherry on them, that's for sure.
That's.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and go to the next topic. What we got?
Yeah, we'll kind of flow into it. So, as you guys can see in front of us, we've got the Ruger PC lineup, I guess you could say. We've got the PC carbine off to, I don't know.
It'll be your right.
Left.
Yeah, it'll be your right, the viewer's left, I believe.
Yeah, sure. And then we've got the Charger over here. The only one that we're kind of missing out of the lineup is the carbine that has the full like chassis system on it.
The tactical one or whatever it's called.
But so the video's coming out here soon. We've already recorded all the content. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see what the response is. But these are two kind of budget-friendly PC carbines and PCCs.
Cost efficient.
Trigger warning. But yeah, so we've got these videos coming out. We're going to do one specifically on the carbine, one specifically on the Charger, and then we're going to do one as just kind of an overlay of the whole lineup of just the gun itself. And like I had this one since Wayne, you would know, 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
Whenever they first came out, I bought one of the first ones that came out.
Yeah, you did buy one of the first ones, yeah.
Yeah, the first week they dropped, I was like, I got to have one of those.
For sure.
But yeah, so just this kind of idea behind these two guns is, being a companion firearm to your sidearm or your concealed carry, whatever it may be. Give you a little bit of the ability to push out a little farther, better follow-up shots, things like that. But,
in the videos, obviously, when this drops, the videos will be out. So when you guys are done watching this, go ahead and go watch those. But like he said, the carbine has a dedicated video, the Charger has a dedicated video, and then there's a dedicated video for both of them.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you guys subscribe to both so you know when they pop up.
And you've already watched them.
Yeah. So yeah, we just kind of, like I said, we have dedicated videos on both of them and then them together, but just kind of showing don't want to say pros and cons of them, but just showing the difference between, the longer barrel versus, the 16-inch barrel versus the 6.5-inch barrel. In the video we push out to 100 plus.
Yep.
100 plus with both.
120 yards.
Yeah. So with his new 1x SLX, not GL. It's the SLX 1x from Primary Arms. He has that on there. Great optic for it. I mean, we had zero problems at 100 yards. I mean, it ain't nothing.
I actually shot better with this at 100 yards because I didn't adjust the parallax on that. So the chevron was kind of fuzzy, you know?
Yeah. I mean, plus I would say that we are more, we're used to shooting a dot, realistically, more than anything, even though that's not like it's, but yeah, so we show, the two firearms themselves, where they shine, where they lack, obviously, more of a close quarter situation, like, a PDW style, firearm. You can get in there, get a lot closer, more maneuverable.
Yeah.
Compared to,
like I said, remember, guys, we just got off midnight, so talking is hard.
And we're all retarded. So, and, obviously, 16-inch barrel, you're going to have better...
Another one of those hard orders.
You're going to have better ballistics and stuff, with coming out of a 16-inch barrel compared to 6.5 and stuff. But by no means was this outshined, at 100 plus, and we were still hitting a IPSEC target at 100, like it was nothing. But yeah, just kind of like what he said, which he'll follow up on it here in a second. Just your companion guns to your battle belt gun, your go-to-war gun, your concealed carry gun, which obviously, as you guys can tell, well, you can't with this one because it's not in there, but they both are Glock mag
compatible.
Yeah, Glock mag compatible. So, yeah, if you want to go ahead and...
But yeah, so that's kind of the stuff we've been currently working on. Let's talk about kind of some future stuff we got coming out. So we've been kind of going with like the tier 1, so that's like what you carry on you. Your tier 2, the stuff that kind of can complement that is like stuff you would keep in a bag that can possibly go with you. And next we're going to try to hit on tier 3. So tier 3 is going to be like truck gear, like stuff that you have in your vehicle that if you do have to draw this, you can fight your way back to your vehicle and have more gear. Or if something does happen, you've got to say walk home or get into a fight. What you have on you as far as like what's in your vehicle is what you got. And also going with that too is also the Minuteman kit that we did, which that video's doing a lot better now.
Yeah.
It came out November 21st, and
I think it was chilling at 100 views
for
a month.
I think it's up to over 5,000.
Yeah, now it's close to $5,000, which
for us that's big.
I mean, hey, better than 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, just kind of going with the Minuteman thing, like we talked about in the last podcast, like how long he's been doing this and stuff, and Wayne's been
pretty much doing it.
Wayne's been right there with him, like with the prepping and the just having things ready, bug out bags, Minuteman bags, whatever you want to say. And that's kind of like where we're going to lead into with future projects too. Like he said, we will do a build a bag
workshop
video to where we are literally going to go and assemble my Minuteman bug out, whatever you want to call it, my bag. It's a good quality bag and everything. And it has like the little zipper compartment where you can put, where that fits pretty decently well underneath there. The only thing I will say, it is a little smaller than what I was anticipating.
And that bag might turn into more of like a go bag.
Yeah.
Like something like, I'm going down to Columbus or I'm going up to Cleveland. I want a little bit of extra stuff with me just in case I got to try to hoof it home to where, because that bag's not going to be able to really hold your battle belt and your plate carrier.
Yeah.
But if we can throw this pistol in there with some extra magazines, some Hearing Pro, you've got a family, so extra hearing protection. Don't think about yourself. If you get into a situation where you've got to shoot that gun and you've got other people around you, keep their ears safe too. Extra batteries, water, food, just that sort of thing. And then eventually down the road, we might have to do like a bigger bag for like a Minuteman kit for you.
Yeah.
But it's all stuff we're going to kind of plan on going over. We're going to go down to my ready room, if you will. I've got a bunch of gear on shelves down there. We can pretty much just pick and choose what we want to put in that bag for the most part.
Yeah, and that's like you said, having multiple bags for multiple situations is a thing. I know we've gotten a couple comments recently on that Minuteman video where it's like, what's the point of even having this? Like, it's not even realistic. And
well, one of the comments was like, well, like I said, active shooter. Having that Minuteman bag. If we got a phone call right now that there's an active shooter at the school that our kids go to, I'm grabbing that bag and I'm running. I'm getting in my truck and I'm going there as fast as I possibly can. And at the end of the day, this guy, he doesn't understand. We live in small town America. I know the resource officers that work there. I know a lot of the local law enforcement. And at the end of the day, none of them are going to stop me from getting in there and getting my kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And not just my kid, it's anybody's kid.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in there and stop the threat. It's better to be a dead hero than a live coward.
Yep.
Whether that be the police accidentally shoot me or the active shooter gets me. Yeah. So, those bags, that's one of the more realistic reasons. The other one is, SHTF, shit hit the fan kind of situation, red dawn, whatever you can think of, grid down.
Now, are some more realistic than others? 100%.
100%.
But at the end of the day, it's never zero.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, statistically looking at it, you're going to have less than a 0.01% chance of ever drawing your handgun in self-defense. So, by that logic, why are you even carrying a concealed carry?
Yeah. Ain't wrong.
You're statistically almost 0% chance of using it. But we still, that's something we advocate. That's what a lot of us, especially all of our viewers, are going to be concealed carry holders. As far as the justification behind it, we've got the gear, you might as well put it in a bag.
Yeah. There's no reason to, the whole cliche saying, better have it, not need it, than need it, not have it,
Yep, absolutely.
Better be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Yep.
Yeah.
Think about it. Better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Oh, a gardener.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said garden.
He doesn't. English is his second language.
Yeah. Hey.
Goodness.
But yeah, just like I said, it's kind of reiterating with the bag stuff, like I said, we do have a video coming up here probably in the next few weeks of this of where we are recording this, where we will record that and it'll be out.
And so that's going to be one thing that we're going to go over. And then I also kind of mentioned tier 1 through 3. We've already done 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. We're going to do tier 3 gear because I've got my truck set up decently. I'm not saying I'm ready for any situation, but we're going to kind of go through that, do a walkthrough of my truck, kind of show you guys what I keep on me, what I keep in my vehicle every day, just that sort of thing. That seems to be pretty popular right now with like last line of defense, Glover, all that stuff.
And some of the videos here soon will be a little bit different of a format than what we are normally doing down at the range, behind the table. They might be in a garage. They might be right here at this table setting something up. They'll be in his, in his basement or whatever else. So, I mean, by no means is quality go to slack, but it'll be a little bit different, scenery. Yeah. We by no means have lack of content to you. I mean, and that doesn't even us include, buying a new gun or buying a new piece of gear, but like everything that we already have, or already own, even, Wayne's going to hopefully start coming more often.
Yes.
But everything that we already have, like we've talked about before, like it's going to be done. It's going to be used or whatever else. Anyway, we're going to practice. We're going to shoot. We're going to make these bags. We're going to have, things set up for rainy days or whatever it may be. We're just recording it and putting it on the interwebs now.
And it's kind of nice too, because like I put together a lot of different bags, kits, stuff, without the expectation of anybody ever seeing it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool that like
your hard work is kind of getting
we can
noticed
utilize
now.
it.
Yeah.
We could actually use some of the, because my wife, bless her soul, she's never really gave me a hard time about spending the thousands and thousands of dollars on gear and guns and ammo and everything else. So if we can use it to make videos with, at least there's a little bit of justification for it, maybe.
Yeah, I mean realistically, at the end of the day, you're not wrong.
Yeah. And if we get enough, I guess, support behind doing the tier 3 and the other Minuteman stuff and the go bags and things, we can even go into I've got like a kit in my garage that's in a big Plano box, like one that's almost the size of this table, and it's kind of like my. If there's a tornado or we've got to evacuate the house, grab that, throw it in the back of the truck, and that supplements then what I keep in my vehicle, what I keep in my go bags, everything else with, about a month worth of food for a family of 4, some extra stuff, a bigger water filter for, being able to filter higher volumes of water, a bigger cook kit for boiling more water to rehydrate those meals, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, there's plenty of content coming your guys' way. Obviously, with this being our new endeavor and our channel and everything, we still are going to have these, like I said, once a month, and having more than enough content to push out, especially just kind of fade into the, the Gen 6 and even SHOT Show. I know we talked about SHOT Show last time though too, but just kind of
getting closer. There's some more stuff that's being leaked, and
by the time this comes out, SHOT Show's going to be over.
Yes.
So there's going to be a lot more information. New gear, new guns, new equipment, whatever it may be. But even just like we talked about the other night at work, even just the Gen 6 in general is going to be that's going to be the hype for Guntube for at least probably a month or so.
Yeah.
So even with that, with us, we plan on doing a torture test. Yeah. Like not like obviously, because like I said, we buy this stuff.
Yeah, nothing is sent to us.
Yeah, so we buy this stuff ourselves.
We're going to spend $600 on a gun and another $600 on an optic, and then Aaron cowing it and drop it off a 2-story buildings and stuff.
But it's good. But it's going to be a torture test. It's going to be shoved in mud, dirt, sand down by the creek, water
that we got.
Yeah,
because we got plenty of mud down there right now with the snow and all the rain and stuff.
It's going to be a legitimate torture test, because I know that's big. I know that's people are like, ooh, how much did he mess this gun up, or what can this gun withstand, or whatever else.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna have not even just sound like a broken record, but content wise, but that just that platform alone being the Gen 6, that's gonna be multiple videos, and you guys hopefully, with us being as consistent as we've been, once that thing gets here, it's a video that day. It's a kind of like a first looks, first impressions kind of thing. It'll probably be 2-ish videos that week. Just kind of pump out, as much as we can with that, with, being a relatively new, well, not relatively, with a brand new firearm.
And also kind of talking about just the PCCs, the Glock Gen 6, future videos. That's also another thing I'm planning on purchasing. Now, knowing that he bought that, I might actually buy it this week, to be honest. I'm going to get the new Flux Light chassis for the 365.
And that's going to be, so...
Because that's going to be about the same cost as a Glock 19. It's $500 for the chassis, $100 for the mag well, because I got to have a flared mag well. And then another $100 for a barrel that brings the barrel out past the compensator, so it'll actually work with that chassis system well.
And we also will be doing a video too that most of you are probably subscribed to Grand Thumb, I would assume, but he did that prepared civilian, the PDW one.
Yeah.
Now that we are going to have
multiple,
like we have the Charger, we're going to have the Flux, we'll have your AR-9, even like a short, like your dental defense, your short barrel, or
the SIG 5.56 pistol, the 14.5-inch dental defense.
That's what I was thinking of.
And we can really get crazy with it, and we can grab the SPR with the 18-inch barrel on it and throw the suppressor on it. Try to see if you can run it with a musket. But speaking of stuff that's happened recently, him just doing that, shot my first muzzle loader. Weeks ago.
Which is insane. That is wild that you have been around guns.
I'm a modern guy, so like I don't see a use for old technology like that unless it's like a museum piece. But it was still cool.
I mean, that's the thing too. Is like being a hunter. Like that's what. And another thing too. This is completely off topic, but like they're not even a firearm. They're not even registered as a firearm, which is.
And it's crazy because I've never been scared to shoot a gun before. That scared me.
When you're putting.
You're watching your buddy and his dad freaking throw in the right amount. Be like, did he put in enough? Did he put in one too many?
And you put the sabot in there, and you gotta knock it down and everything.
Because like I'm coming from a place where it's like you've got a bullet like a round that you've used for your concealed carry piece for a while. You pull it out and you set it down next to a new round, and it's
seating.
It's seated it's seated back further, and that's dangerous because it can blow up your gun. It's like when you see him ramming that rod down in there, you're like, how do you know how you're supposed to? Like, are you sure?
Putting a primer cap in, then you're just take a couple steps back.
At least you've shot one. I've never shot one.
Yeah. Well, I got to change that then.
Yeah.
Bring over your old CVA Optima. Break her out real nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was fun.
Yeah, it was cold, but it was fun. Should have recorded it, but
yeah, just kind of going with the whole like that video idea too with the PDW or whatever else. We will be kind of. I'll be straight up kind of copying Grand Thumb in a way.
But we'll kind of do our own thing because, like,
we're definitely going to put our own spin on it.
None of us are good like John or Grand Thumb. Like, we're just not as good as they are. And that video, I mean, my goodness, it really showed the difference. It shows why Special Forces are the best because we all think Grand Thumb's great. John mopped the floor with him. Yeah. So,
dude's putting rounds on an IPSAT target with a handgun at 100 yards, like just tink, 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 like, the follow-up shots, the cadence and everything was super quick.
Yeah, because I've always kind of told these guys this. I've told a lot of other guys. I did some stuff with, like, Special Forces, different training stuff. Ran into them, different times throughout my military career. And they are just, they're a different breed. I mean, they're so much better shooters than, like, regular infantry or, even like say like your combat shooters. I mean, they have the ability to shoot thousands and thousands of rounds a week on big boy ranges, not military ranges.
And you also come in, full kit, ironed, nice clean cut, and they're just all like
wearing plate carriers and
hula
t-shirts.
Hoop shirts on. Yeah, they got Hawaiian shirts on, beards, everything. It's like that guy's done some stuff.
Calling you by your first name, which is super weird.
You're like,
what's your name?
You talking to me?
No, what's your name? Ethan?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm not used to this. You're sitting there.
Who was that? Oh, that was a lieutenant colonel. Oh, okay.
But yeah, so like I said, I know that was a little bit of
off subject.
off subject stuff. But like I said, we
As Wayne and I like to call it, jumping down the rabbit hole.
Yes.
try to make this as
We do that often.
what we try to not as scripted as we're just flowing. We're just three buddies down here just talking to.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is the only difference is we're not facing each other or watching what we're supposed to be doing at work. But this is what we do at work, or if we're just sitting around, like we're not talking to microphones, but we're talking to each other. You know? So kind of flowing into this, something we're kind of trying to gear this channel towards is, this is realistic. This isn't like, some of these bigger YouTubers or different people where the stuff's sent to them. This is just like three regular dudes, work regular jobs. None of us are doctors. None of us are millionaires. Heck, Wayne and I both have stay-at-home wives. Yes. So we got one household incomes, one income households. I said that backwards. And we have good jobs.
You said it right the first time.
Did I?
No, the first
Either
time.
way, it sounded good. Anyways.
the other first time.
This is take two. It's not stuff sent to us. It's stuff that you can obtain yourself with a good job and, just putting aside some money because,
just because, you don't have that $30,000, $40,000 set of night vision, or you don't have the latest and greatest Instagram plate carrier. And I'm not knocking the innovation. I'm not knocking the equipment. I'm not saying it's not good, but realistically, like for most of us, we just can't afford that.
Yeah.
And
we're not gonna be wearing $400 Cry Precision pants. We're gonna be wearing $50 511.
511.
Yeah.
Or a good pair of blue jeans.
Yeah. Urban Pipeline.
Yeah.
$40 Walmart Urban Pipeline jeans.
But no, I think so many people get so caught up in the overwhelming, YouTube knowledge and, you got to have this or you got to have that or this is better than this. And it's like, whatever. You know what I mean? It's
it kind of goes back to we keep on talking about that class. It was the first class that we kind of all did together,
Yeah.
But anyways, we all know who I'm talking about. We're not going to drop names. But there's a dude that showed up wearing his, Solomon boots, his Cry Precision pants, his Cry Precision shirt,
with his agency arms.
Yes.
Gun, and just thought he was King Ding-a-ling with his, expensive setup. And it was like he got outshot by a bunch of guys with just, stock handguns for the most part.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Absolutely.
But I kind of wanted, like what you said, how you were talking about the not overabundance, but what did you say? The overwhelming.
Yeah, overwhelming.
It really can be, and I know a lot of you people, watching or if this hopefully hits the algorithm just right, but it is, and it can be overwhelming,
Yes.
very very easily. You're sitting there and you're like, man, I just got this, I got this, I'm setting up, I'm liking this, I just spent this on that, and then it's like, do you have crap equipment and whatever else? You're like, that's what I have. What do you mean it's crap? And it's like, well, you ain't nothing unless you go buy this.
Yeah.
You gotta have the new mod light instead of a Surefire X300.
You're a brokey, but and it's like it's crazy to me because it's like, and I'm dating myself a little bit, but it's like not that long ago. Like how many YouTubers was just preaching AKs and AR-500 plate carriers, and hey, if you want to get real fancy, get you a Surefire light and a aim point red dot, and dude, you are set.
Yeah.
In the world's coming, you're good to go. This is what you got. It's like Glocks with iron sights. We're good to go. Not your plastic. You'd always swap those out.
Yeah. Which is another thing. Still, kind of just swapping back to Gen 6 real quick. There are still plastic sights.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But
there's still plastic sights, which is
it's crazy.
It's insane.
It's like, who in the world ever said man, I love my plastic sights.
My PSA
yes,
Dagger
please.
Came with suppressor height metal sights.
Let me one up you. The TX22
came with metal sights.
With metal sights.
With tritium metal sights, if I'm not correct.
No, they're not tritium, but I think they might have fiber optic in them.
Okay, well,
they're high vis of some kind.
Better than plastic.
Yeah.
100% better than plastic.
Yeah.
But no, just kind of like I said, just going with the overwhelming thing. Like he said, you got your X300 and your aim point or whatever else, and you're like, man, I'm set. I'm there. I'm at the top tier. And then
Yeah.
3 weeks later, here comes a Gen 2. Or,
Yeah.
Here's the mod light.
yeah, and you're just like, well, I guess I am poor.
Yeah.
You know, but so with that too, you know, this is kind of like a little bit off subject, but just don't get overwhelmed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
don't beat yourself
and
up.
don't be, and I don't want to say the fad or the new because there's been a lot of stuff in the gun world, Guntube, gun community, whatever you want to call it, that was just, this is the top tier, this is the innovative thing, this is the greatest thing, and then it's hot for 6 months, and then boom, it's gone.
Yeah.
You know,
Like one of the things I'm thinking of right now. off the
Rip
top of my head,
rounds?
You saying that? Well, no, I'm saying more realistic. Wayne actually showed it to me. It was a 4-end you could put on your AR-15 that you would literally pump it, and it would turn your LVPO up to full magnification. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Then you would slide it forward, it would turn it back down to 0. And it was like everybody's pushing that for a hot minute, like, oh, this is so cool. You know, this is going to be the next big thing. It died off because everybody's like, oh, you can't mount a flashlight, you can't mount a laser,
You can
can't
just
put a bipod on it. Yeah, but being able to,
Yeah, just real quickly.
I never seen that.
yeah.
I
I
kn-
mean, Wayne showed it to me. We were
Yeah.
like, man, that's really cool. But the more we thought about it, it was like expensive too.
Oh,
it was like
yeah.
400, 500
Yeah.
bucks. It was like, man, I can buy a Geisley rail for a lot cheaper.
I'd never seen that.
Yeah.
But just stuff like that, like the gimmicky type
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like you see a lot of gimmicky stuff in the gun world.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yep.
Some of it catches on and stays around, and then some of it after a handful of months just poof, it's just gone. So
Yeah.
I mean,
So at the end of the day, not trying to get too off subject, but like what you're seeing is obtainable.
yes.
Yes.
We're not, gun tubers yet. I mean, we're trying to be, but we're not like big names where like stuff's getting sent to us. So just like remember, like, yeah, your Federal HST 124 grain are still king.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there might be some newer, latest and greatest rounds coming out. Same thing with like your AR-15.
Some
like,
Spear Gold dots too are up there.
Yeah,
you know
Spear
what I
Gold
mean?
dot Federal HST. Don't be, when the next RIP round comes out or whatever, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna buy a couple hundred rounds of $2 a round, 9mm.
These things will tear through flesh like
Yeah,
paper. It's like
the stuff I've been stockpiling for the past 5 years it's no longer relevant.
it's obsolete
now. Yeah, it's
and
junk.
trash.
I'm gonna trash
Yeah, it's
it
all target ammo now.
Yeah.
And you see a rip round ballistic, you're like,
You got to remember about all this gear and stuff. There's been a lot of bodies stacked on high round count M4s with S2000 or Gen 2000 aim points with 120 lumen Surefire lights on them. Because I mean that was what we had when I was at Iraq.
your cell phones have a better light than that
Yes,
nowadays.
100%.
Like,
But I mean we had M4s, the whole G-Watt M4 Block 2s.
it still went to work. And
Oh.
it still did its job efficiently.
And I guarantee there's still units that are using the exact same gear.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Someone is actually using the rifle that you used 10 years ago. It's still in service now.
It's actually been more like 11 years.
It's like it's still in service. Hasn't been cleaned since either.
No, it's been cleaned a lot.
It's like
Military, that's all you do is clean a gun.
there's a lot of stuff in the gun community, in the gun tube, gun world, whatever you want to call it, that gets thrown at you.
Shove it
And-
down your throat.
And
Yep.
don't be, and also at the same time, don't be scared to like what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
for
know what I
sure.
mean? Obviously,
It's
you know,
2026. Like,
yeah. I mean,
love is love.
love is love, baby. Summer of love. But if you like primary arms, stay with primary arms.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like Steiner, or if you like Leupold, or whatever you like, stay with it. Obviously, there's going to be better options out there, but at the same time, too, it also comes down to your budget. It comes down to what you're able to afford. So
Well, also, on staying on that, just real quick, it's not something we went over before, but it's something Wayne and I have talked about a lot. Like, also, like when you're going to set up your gear, it's all dependent on where you live.
yeah,
Like,
Yes.
like for us here in Ohio, where we live in Ohio, I'm not going to go into details, but we live in a very hilly, lots of woods,
farmland.
Like, so for us, like having a rifle that's really good, like for our scars,
Yes.
having your scar set up to where it's really good at 500 meters.
Yeah.
And you can shoot, 500 meters in, but with it having the ability to push out to 1,000.
Yep.
That's really like perfect for our area.
Yes.
It wouldn't make any sense for us to go buy a 6.5 Creedmoor scar that, the ammo is way more expensive.
Harder to find.
Harder to find, Because that gun might do really good out west where you've got your average shots are going to be 1,000 meters plus. So like for us here, a 3-18 optic on a 308 battle rifle, that's really good.
Absolutely.
Like that's
in my opinion, like that's plenty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I mean,
because well, I mean, you would know this, but what is it for the military for 1,000? It's
10 by. So it's 1x per 100 meters you're shooting. I don't go by that necessarily because if you have a 10 by at 1,000 meters, you're not going to be able to get PID.
No.
Yeah.
So like having that 18 power, you can still get PID at 1,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm shooting a red dot at 1,000.
All right, Jerry Micklick.
Yeah.
But no, so another thing with your gear and stuff is, everything's going to be dependent on where you live. What might be good for us might not work for you, in a major city. Because like if you're living in like a big city or like a very close quarters, urban jungle, if you will, an AR-15 with a 14.5-inch barrel and a LVPO is going to be probably more than enough because max shots will be 100 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like look at urban SWAT teams. A lot of your urban SWAT teams are using accuratized Remington 700s chambered in 223 because that's realistically the furthest shots they're going to be making.
And I mean, a lot of people know, but you can stretch a 223 out. I mean, you can.
Oh, for sure.
We've shot
500 meters.
Well, I'm saying we've shot standing 300 and hitting, and hitting on target.
Like my SPR, my Noveski SPR, I've pushed that out to 800 meters. And when we got out to 1,000, I was still making hits, but not as consistently.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's still rounds down range. You're still maybe putting some cover fire down and just, whatever it may be for it. But yeah, I mean, so like I said, there is a lot of variables where it comes to, like you said, gear, especially like where you live, what you're kind of building your kit around maybe or whatever else. So,
like it's for us, like nothing's getting sent to us. It's like that Glock Gen 6. I was wondering why he worked 3 doubles last week. That's why. And now it makes more sense. But I mean, we're all the same way where it's like, if I want to get something, I'm not pulling money out of my savings account. I'm going to work a couple doubles and I'm going to go buy it.
Yeah.
And that's realistic for a lot of Americans out there right now.
Absolutely, because we also have the house payments, the car payments, the kids,
and sports and everything
yeah.
else.
I mean, Wayne hasn't bought anything new in a while. Why? He's redoing his whole house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not sponsored by Home Depot either, so I don't get nothing.
Lowe's, Home Depot, yeah.
And because of ice, he's losing a lot of his helps.
Yeah. That is.
Oh God. Too soon?
No, I'm not saying the shooting. I'm just saying the reporting some of the cheaper labor we have. Mm-hmm. Wow, you went there. I wasn't going there. I don't think the short-haired Karen's gonna be helping him do his house.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Goodness.
That was a good one. I like that.
That was
one.
good.
I like that one.
Yeah.
But before we get canceled, let's.
Yeah. So in closing, Wayne, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
No, it's good to have you on here. Like I said, we kind of do this at work anyways. Having you here, actually on camera, being recorded, that's cool. Wayne, where can we find you at?
Nowhere.
You can't find Wayne anywhere. He has no social media anywhere, so don't try to look for him.
He actually doesn't have fingerprints, which is wild.
Completely off a grid. You'll never be able to find him. But no, thanks for coming out, Wayne. If you guys are still following us at all, we're getting very close on our daily R&R channel to hitting that 2,000. Once that happens, we're going to be doing the bug out giveaway. So we're going to buy 2 bug outs, give one away on each channel. See how that goes. Make sure you're subscribed to both because that's one thing we're going to be looking for. And make sure you comment on both channels on each one of the videos because all 7 or 8 people that might comment, you have a chance of winning both.
Yeah, you might win both.
So Wayne, you might win both.
Yeah.
Nice.
He wins like, all right, this is rigged. This is
Don't
rigged.
tell anybody. He's already got a bug out too. So.
We're still going to be pumping out content, like I said, especially with the stuff that we've talked about, on this one. The first episode actually did surprisingly well, in my opinion. For us being such a small channel, I think the first episode's up to like close to 200 views, which honestly I was expecting like 50, maybe. You know, average watch time is a little, you know, lower, obviously, and I completely understand, because we're not Joe Rogan and, you know, or Sean Ryan or whatever else, but we do have knowledge.
But yeah, hopefully you guys get something out of this. We have a lot of knowledge. I'm not saying that we're the most knowledgeable, but you know, we're kind of in that sweet range where we've been doing this, you know, pretty seriously since like 2010, 2014 for some of us, up through now. So like, we're not set in our ways. We're not fuds that are, you know, like, oh, all you need is a 1911 with 7 rounds. If you need more than 7 rounds, you need to hit the range more. 9 mil might kill the body, but 45 kills the soul. You know, like that kind of thing. Like, we're not those guys. Like, we've kind of seen the evolution, and we've kind of tried to, you know, relatively keep up with the times within with being realistic. You know,
I will agree. Like I said, having us 3 on here, like I said, we do have a plethora of knowledge, if that's what you want to say. Yeah. And we all shoot the same, think the same, but we all have our own little tweaks and quirks or whatever that we do a little bit differently.
Like me and Wayne have been in ag for a while. Yes. And like me, like I love having a compensator. Wayne, it's not really a thing for him. It's not really an important thing for him. So like, yeah, there are some little differences here. There's some little nuanced, you know, differences.
So like I said, it's nice to have, you know, people like Wayne on. You know, like I said, we'll have more guests throughout the life of this podcast with, you know, some other friends. Maybe we'll reach out and actually have people that we may not even know, but we know that they're, you know, in the firearm world or whatever else. But just having more knowledge out there for you guys to, you know, really soak in and take with a grain of salt, or take and run with it, or don't listen to a single word we say.
I mean, if it was just us 3 sticking with it, you might have to cut this. We could just change the name of the podcast to three retards and some guns.
Nice.
He said nice.
Nice.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like we know what we're talking about. You know, we have 2 normal guys who just love shooting and have been around firearms for a while. You know, we also, you know, someone who
is abnormal.
Someone who's done it professionally, you know, and whatnot.
Mentally broken.
But so, like I said, you know, if you guys have stuck around this long, like, we appreciate that. Like I said, the first podcast did do relatively good, very well, in my opinion. You know, a bunch of nobodies, you know, up to 200 views and stuff, and you know, just having some analytics. People, 85% of the people who watch are not subscribed. You know, I'm over here just saying, if you do like our stuff remotely, just hit that subscribe button. You know, you can watch it, you can not watch it, whatever it may be, but just, you know, have us always on the back burner. If you know, do enjoy our content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Just kind of bringing it into the closing then, you know, as always, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, like, comment, turn on that notification so you do know every time that we drop a video, short, whatever it may be. And always,
we'll see you guys next time with your Daily Dose podcast, brought to you by R&R.
We'll see you guys.